Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? My name is Reika, and if you are returning, you already know that I love you so much. Yes, I have one green hand, one non-green hand. But thank you guys so much for joining in. This is going to be my last Halloween look of this season. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating this. Whoa, like I really feel like I look like Zoe Saldana. Like, do I look like her or not? It's like, you know what? Let me paint myself green and turn myself into Gamora because I'm a Marvel's fanatic. So why not be an empowered alien that kicks ass, you know? So this is what this video is all about. It is how I created my Gamora look. So if you guys are excited and want to learn how to get this look, then keep on watching. Also, if you have not entered the giveaway, there's still time. So all you have to do is like my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, and leave a comment down below of your favorite Halloween candy, and the winner will be announced on Halloween. So yeah, if you guys want to learn how to get this look, then keep on watching. So jumping in, we're gonna lay down our brows because we want our brows to be completely gone because Gamora has real thin silver brows. So we are just blocking our brows out with this Elmer's Schoolhouse glue, and this is the purple one. I like the purple one because it just laid my brows down a little bit easier. And then don't forget to wipe away the extra glue that you might have around your brow. Now taking my Dermablend loose setting powder, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my brow in place. If you feel like your hairs aren't laid, I suggest redo it because you want your brows to be completely laid down. Now I'm taking my Fenty Beauty primer. I don't know why, but since my Halloween videos, I've just been using this primer. I just needed something that smooths my skin out and just gives me a nice barrier between the paint and my skin. So after I set with my primer, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Lock It foundation in a super light shade, which is light 45 neutral. And I'm taking this just to cover my brows because my hair is super dark. I just wanted to like kind of color contrast them in a way, you know. So yeah. Now moving in with the fun part, I'm taking my CC Beauty Professional Cosmetic 12 Flash Color Case, and I am taking that green shade called Leaf Green, and I am just going to turn myself green. After I get a nice coverage with that, I am then going to go into my Wet n Wild paint palette. It is the Bright edition, and I'm going to take the green from out of that palette just because when Gamora was doing her makeup, they did several layers of green paint to get a nice perfect shade of green. And since she is brown skin like me, they wanted to use something with a yellow base. So that's why I used that first one that was a little bit deeper with like more of like a mustardy kind of orange base to it. And then I went over it with this bright green to add some dimension. Okay, so now we're going to highlight, and to highlight I'm going to take that yellow shade out of the flash palette, and I'm just going to highlight my face like I would normally do. The only thing is I did take my eye highlight down a little bit more to my cheeks. In the movie, Gamora had, what's the word? Is it prosthetics? We're going to use prosthetics. She had prosthetics as cheekbones to give her high cheekbones, and we ain't got that, so we got to give the illusion. So just take down your yellow a little bit lower than you would normally do. And I'm just going in with this yellow because it's like a perfect mustard shade. And like I was saying earlier, they did layer down some yellow primer as a product to use, and I'm just trying to be super creative and just give you guys like the illusion of real flesh. In the movie, they use a lot of MAC makeup, so you can pretty much recreate this look by using the exact same tools that they use. But I didn't have those, so I'm using what I have. So now I'm going to go in with that green shade, the leaf green and black mixed together. And I'm just showing you what shade I wanted to use, and that was just me mixing the two shades together, and this is what we're going to use to contour. So I'm just contouring here, and oh my god, I just feel like an alligator, but I look so cool. I had so much fun creating this. It was so hard trying to take the paint off of my body, but whatever. So now you're just going back in with your brushes that you used before. So this is the brush that I use to lay down my green base, and I'm just using it to blend out my corners of my contour and my highlighter together. Going back in with that same highlight shade that we use, I am just going to carve out my contour to give it that sharp effect so you can see it just like HD kind of sense. And then I'm taking back the same brush that I used to lay down my base paint to blend out the highlight effect. So you're just make sure you keep your brushes next to you and handy, because you are just going to be going back and forth, blending. And then of course, if you do happen to get any like mess ups, it's cream based, so all you have to do is just brush on, not brush it, because with this you want to pat. Everything you're doing is patting motions. Now I'm just going to contour my nose using the same shade that we just created to contour our face. I do just want to shout out Pixie Woo on YouTube, because her recreation of this look is pretty much what I just like lived by. I watched her video a couple of times, and I like learned a couple of tricks from her. So I'm gonna leave her video linked down below. She is amazing, and yeah, girl, you bomb. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and set this cream base. So I'm taking my Dermablend once again, and I am just like pressing this into my skin so gently. It doesn't look like it because we're in fast forward motion, but just be super gentle because you don't want to ruin what you just created underneath. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. So I'm going to line my eyes with my LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Very Black. You're going to want to line your top lash and your waterline. And then I am moving on to the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the, which one is this? Dark Magic palette. And I'm taking Trickery, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid, and I'm going to wing it out at the end, taking it all the way to like where my original brow bone is. In the movie, the shades that they use, the eyeshadows were MAC eyeshadows, and the green that they used was, what was it called? Humid. So in the movie they use MAC Humid, and to me, I don't have that, so this was the closest shade that I can find, and I am just smoking out my bottom lash line as well. And now they took a pink shade in the movie, so I am taking my pink shade. Like, I don't own any pink colors. I just found that out today trying to film this video. The only pink shade that I have is actually by MAC, and it's called Sushi Flower. And you're just going to keep this on your lash line. It's going to act as like a kind of like a liner, not like a real liner. And now I'm going to go in with, what is this? Milani Bella Gold Gel Powder Eyeshadow. And I'm just going to keep this on the center of my eye. In the movie, they took Gold Mine that I do not have. So these are my dupes that I found, but if you happen to have these MAC products, definitely use it. This is what I could just get my hands on. And I did do my eyeshadow like all kinds of wild, but I do happen to go back and clean it up with my base brush, my green base brush, just to blend out the corners. Now I'm taking my NYX Epic Ink Liner and just giving myself a nice little cat eye, because Gamora did have a nice little wing. Nothing too dramatic, just very simple and elegant. And then I do throw on some lashes, which are my Ruby May lashes in Kiki. Now it is time to draw on those little doodles that Gamora has on her face. I am taking this silver from out of the Flash palette, and I started out with a Wet n Wild brush, but it was just not doing it for me, so then I finally got a painter's brush, and that just made everything so much more easier. So I do recommend a painter's brush, or any brush with a tiny, thin, stiff head, I guess you can call it. Also with this part, whoa, this part was so hard and it was getting me real frustrated. But if you do mess up, all you have to do is just take one of your blending brushes that you were using for one of your paints and just tap it on top to erase your your problem, and voila, it is fixed. I also do recommend having a picture reference right next to you. I had one on my phone that I found off of Google. A lot of the pictures that I found, Gamora's face, images, whatever, these little doodles, I don't know what they're called, or her scars, they all look different. I don't know if it's because like the light was reflecting on them differently, so I just found one that I thought looked cool and I just went with it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be real focused here. I'm sorry I am kind of out of frame, but you get what I'm doing. Just keep watching and you'll see. Just to intensify our scars a little bit more, I am taking NYX Foil Play Cream eyeshadow in the shade Woman of Steel, and I am just going over my drawings just to add a little bit more of that metallic silver shade to make it pop just a tad bit more. And then I am going to highlight our scars to give them that shadow sunken in effect with the shade Black from the Flash palette. And this part, you don't really have to be very precise with it or where you're placing them. I just place them wherever I wanted to place it. You just want to put it where you think that a shadow might fall. I probably should have put them underneath instead of on top, but at this point I was real tired and I had just came back from eating Chick-fil-A and I just really wanted to finish. So yeah, but this is what I'm doing. I am just adding my shadow effects. Moving on to lips, I am taking my NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Stone Fox, and I'm just mixing it with the Wet n Wild paint palette, that green shade, to get the perfect dark green. I couldn't find a dark green lipstick in my collection, and I sure enough wasn't about to go buy one because I would never wear it again. So you know what? This whole look is about being creative, so why not create your own lipstick? And this shade just came out so perfect. And after I put this lip on, I was feeling myself like you couldn't tell me anything. I was ready to kick ass just like Gamora. Just to make our lips pop a tad bit more, I'm just going to take that black paint that you see on my wheel and I am just going to outline my lips, and then once I outline them, I do go back in with the dark green shade just to make sure everything is blended real nicely and has a nice little transition. The black is just going to make your lips pop, and it just gives you that darkness around it like Gamora had in the movie. And I think I am about to be finished. Oh wait, and then after I do that, I do just go back in with the MAC Sushi Flower eyeshadow for my eyes, just to place on my brow bone, just to like blend it out because it looked a little bit harsh. And that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I love you so much, and don't forget to enter my giveaway. I will see you guys in the next one.